I didn't say that. Anyways, so this is Monkey Morning. I'm assuming if you're listening to this, you're probably one of the people I told to listen to this. But if you're not, I guess I'll give a general gist of the Monkees. So just like background on me as the Monkees guy. I got into the Monkees when I was a little child, like probably like 8. I knew of the Monkees through my parents and like some class stuff. Anyways, but this October I got really October of 2022. I got really into the Monkees because of my friends, and then I ended up going to see Mickey Dolenz live. It was a great time. I'm seeing Mickey Dolenz live again in April. Great time. Anyways, Monkees history. I'm gonna give like a general gist right now, and then I'll be explaining more as I go along, just to keep it short. Anyways, so in 1964, the Beatles released. This is where it all starts. The Beatles. They released A Hard Day's Night. And the American film companies were like, okay, how do we capitalize off of this? And then there's this guy, Bob Rafelson, who a few years before this had tried to pitch like this idea of a band who was struggling and had, living together in just like a manufactured band for a TV show. But nobody wanted it. And then A Hard Day's Night came out, and he pitched it again with his nepotism friend, Bert Schneider. His dad was like the leader of Columbia Pictures, and they got the show picked up. So they put out an ad in the newspaper asking for 4 insane boys to audition, and through, those auditions and then like various other connections, because like some of them had connections, we get the 4 Monkees, and that is Mickey Dolenz, Davy Jones, Peter Tork, and Mike Nesmith. And, okay, I would love to get into the backstories and, like, my thoughts on the Monkees, but for the sake of time and for the sake of me not boring you without music, I will just say that Peter is the shy one, or, like, the dummy. I hate that, but he was cast as the dummy. Mike is, like, the leader. Mickey is the silly one, and Davy is the cute one. And we'll leave it at that. That's, like, the general gist of the Monkees. Okay, so now music. So the year is 1966. The TV show is filmed. The record is recorded. And many will tell you that they did not play their own instruments. And on the first record, that is true. So they've been working like crazy, though, because they're, making the show and recording the music, even if it is session musicians. Anyways, so the first song, it's their first single, their first hit, and that's Last Train to Clarksville. And I think that's, like, the most important. It's the start of the Monkees. Came out a few weeks before the show aired, and it really propelled them into popularity. Like, it hyped them up. And then I have Papa Jean's Blues. Okay, and this one is notable because it's written by Mike and it's produced by Mike. And like I said, they weren't really allowed to make their own music at first. And then they also were able to get Peter, like a small guitar part on this song, like 4th chair rhythm guitar. So very small, a less noticeable part, but still, Peter was the first to play actual music with the Monkees tracks. And then, so some of these songs like are notable and are interesting, but some of them I just like, and this is one that I just like. I just think it's a good song, and that's Take a Giant Step. And I don't want this to be like just a recount of their hits. Like, you will not catch me playing I'm a Believer tonight or this morning, because we've heard it enough. Neil Diamond has had it too good for too long. So this is Last Train to Clarksville.
Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. You can be here by 4:30, 'cause reservation, don't be slow. No, no, no. No, no, no. 'Cause I'm leaving in the morning and I must see you again. We'll have one more night together till the morning brings my train and I must go. No, no, no. No, no, no. And I don't know if I'm ever coming home. Take the last train to Clarksville, I'll be waiting at the station. We'll have time for coffee, belated kisses, and a bit of conversation. No, no, no. No, no, no. Take the last train to Clarksville. Now I must hang up the phone. I can't hear you in this noisy railroad station. All alone I'm feeling low. No, no, no. No, no, no. And I don't know if I'm ever coming home. Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. You can be here by 4:30, 'cause I've made your reservation, don't be slow. No, no, no. No, no, no. And I don't know if I'm ever coming home. Take the last train to Clarksville. Lonely nights of waiting finally won me happiness that's all rolled up in you. And now with you as inspiration, I look toward a destination sunny, bright, that once before were blue. I have no more than I did before, but now I've got all that I need. For I love you and I know you love me. So take my hand, I'll start my journey, free from all the helpless worry that besets a man when he's alone. For strength is mine when we're together, and with you I know I'll never have to pass the high road for the low. I have no more than I did before, but now I've got all that I need. For I love you and I know you love me. Play, magic fingers. Oh, pick it, Luther. I had no more than I did before, but now I've got all that I need. For I love you and I know you love me. Yes, I love you and I know you love me. Though you've played at love and lost, and sorrows turned your heart to frost, I will melt your heart again. Remember the feeling as a child when you woke up and morning smiled. This time you felt like you did then. There's just no percentage in remembering the past. It's time you learn to live again at last. with me, leave yesterday behind, and take a giant step outside your mind. You stare at me in disbelief, say for you there's no relief, but I swear I'll prove you wrong. Don't sit in your lonely room, just staring back in silent gloom. That's not where you belong. Come with me, I'll take you where the taste of life is green, and every day holds wonders to be seen. Come yesterday with me, and take a giant step outside your mind. Take you where the taste of life is rare. Each every day holds wonders to be seen. Come with me, leave yesterday behind, and take a giant step outside your mind.
All right, welcome back to Monkey Morning with me, Kieran Bell. And we just heard 3 tracks from the Monkees' self-titled album. We heard Last Train to Clarksville, Papa Jean's Blues, and Take a Giant Step. So, moving on to 1967, the Monkees are a huge hit. They're everywhere. They just went on tour. The girls are loving them. They're big. They're like Beatlemania, but for Americans. A little bit of England, but we'll get there. So, JCPenney actually released a Monkees clothing line. This is significant, I promise. So they released a Monkees clothing line, and because of that, they had a deal to get the Monkees photo shoot as the album cover for this next album, which is More of the Monkees, which... This is a great album. It's filled with hits. It does have I'm a Believer, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, which will be our first track. But it's a great album. It is fun. It's not like... It's still the less creative control, not as many session musicians, or not more session musicians, but it is a good album. I know I keep saying that, but it's because it's true. Sorry. Anyways, so... The first song I have, like I said, is I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, which I think this song is what, like, really got me into the Monkees. Like, I heard this, and I was like, this is it. This is a good song. And I think it's because it's a little more, like, garage rock, a little more intense than what was played on the self-titled. Like, it goes a little harder. And then I have Your Auntie Griselda, which is a silly one. So it's fun, but it's also notable because it's a Peter vocal. Okay, listen. Peter Tork was done so wrong by Boyce and Hart, the Monkees music directors and songwriters. Like, I wish I could get into it, but I could. It would take me a while to explain the Peter Tork erasure. But he wasn't allowed to sing on a lot of songs because they didn't think he had a good voice. But Your Auntie Griselda is a exception to that. And it's fun. It's a fun, silly song. It's featured in the Halloween episode of the Monkees. So it's cute. And then the last track I have is just another one that I just like. It's a Mike song, and it's the kind of girl I could love. Yeah, it's just one that I think is a good song. Anyways, this is I'm Not Your Stepping Stone.
stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. You're trying to make your mark in society. You're using all the tricks that you used on me. You're reading all them high-fashion magazines. The clothes you're wearing, girl, are causing public scenes. I said, I'm not your stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. When I first met your girl, you didn't have no shoes, but now you're walking around like your front page news. You've been awful careful about the friends you choose, but you won't find my name in your book of who's who's. I said, I'm not your stepping stone. Oh, girl, not me. I'm not your stepping stone. No! Not your stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. 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 No, girl, I'm not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone. Not your stepping stone.
She knows her mind all right, your Auntie Griselda. She says she knows my kind, she might maybe so. Oh yeah, she's raised you right, your Auntie Griselda. You only know the things she wants you to know. I know she's having a fit, she doesn't like me a bit. No bird of grace ever lit on Auntie Griselda. You can't begrudge her style, your Auntie Griselda. She couldn't budge a smile and do it for free. So righteous making fudge, your Auntie Griselda. So proper judging others over her tea. You look just like her, you do. I know by looking at you that you've been listening to your Auntie Griselda. Oh no, don't look at me like Auntie Griselda. It takes much more to be someone of your own. You've got to make it free from Auntie Griselda, or just like her, you'll have to make it alone. I know she's having a fit, she doesn't like me a bit. No bird of grace ever lit on Auntie Griselda. Auntie Griselda, Auntie Griselda, Auntie Griselda, Auntie Griselda, 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 da 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 da, Griselda, da.
Hey!
welcome back to Monkey Mornings for Rock the Clock. I'm your host, Kieran, and we just heard 3 tracks from More of the Monkees. We heard Steppin' Stone, Your Enter Zelda, and Girl I Could Love. So this next album, we're still in 1967. This next album takes some explaining because it was super significant in the Monkees' history. It's the Monkees album. So, one of the big things in the Monkees that caused tension was the fact that they weren't allowed to play their own instruments. Everything was done most of the time by session musicians. They weren't writing their own songs most of the time apart from Mike. And this caused a lot of upset because, at least in Peter and Mike's case, they joined the Monkees to be a band. They wanted to be a real band. So they're pissed. And then this is a bit of a drama that would take a little bit of explaining, but basically their music director Don Kirshner released some stuff without their permission, and they were like, that's the last straw, and they fired him. And then they went into the studio, they played all their own instruments, they wrote most of their own songs, and Headquarters was born. It took a very long time because they wanted to play every single note. But it's great. It's the Monkees album. I think it's the most important Monkees album because it's what it meant to them and because they worked so hard on it. And it's just the Monkees becoming themselves, if that makes sense. But I will be splitting this one into 2 parts because I have 5 songs from this album because I think it's very important. So the first song I have is one of my favorite Monkees songs, and that is All of Your Toys. And then I have a Randy Scouse Git, which, if any of you are familiar with British slang, well, you know what that means. I can't say it. But because of the British slang, it was released under alternate title in England because Mickey Dolenz thought that was funny. But yeah, that's a song written by Mickey Dolenz after he had some strange experience with his first time visiting England. And then I have You Told Me, which is just one of the songs that I like. It's a good collaboration between Mike and Peter. I think it's great. And then when we come back, we'll play 2 more songs. But for now, here is All of Your Toys.
Once in a while, it's hard to remember to smile, just like all of your toys. Can't you see I don't want to play, I don't need it. Can't you say you want me to stay, I'll believe it, just like all of your toys. When all of your playthings someday disappear, girl, will you be happy with nothing but tears, with nothing but tears? Once in a while, it's hard to remember to smile, just like all of your toys. Don't you ever feel kinda sad, 'cause you're only thinking about the love that we had? Are you lonely, just like all of your toys? When all of your playthings someday disappear, girl, will you be happy with nothing but tears, She's a wonderful lady and she's mine, all mine. And there doesn't seem a way that she won't come and lose my mind. It's too easy humming songs to a girl in yellow dress. It's been a long time since the party and the room is in a mess. The four kings of EMI are sitting stately on the floor. There are birds out on the sidewalk and a valet at the door. He reminds me of a penguin with few and plaster hair. There's talcum powder on the letter and the birthday boy is there. Why don't you cut your hair? Why don't you live up there? Why don't you do what I do, see what I feel when I care? Now they've darkened all the windows and the seats in Naugahyde. I've been waiting for an hour, I can't find a place to hide. The being known as Wonder Girl is speaking, I believe. It's not easy trying to tell her that I shortly have to leave. Why don't you be like me? Why don't you stop and see? Why don't you hate who I hate, kill who I kill to be free?
All right, welcome back to Monkee Morning on Radio Depaul. I'm your host, Kieran Bell, and we just heard 3 tracks from the album Headquarters. We heard All of Your Toys, Randy Scow's Git, and You Told Me. And we're staying in Headquarters, the Monkees album. If you're just tuning in, it's one of the most important Monkees albums because they did everything themselves on it. So, going off that theme, this next song, No Time, was written by all four Monkees, and then they also credited their engineer, Hank Sorello, because he helped a lot. And then the last song I have from that album is For Pete's Sake, which ended up becoming the closing theme for the second season of the Monkees. But it was written by Peter and sung by Mickey, and it's a really cute song. It's fun. Love is understanding. But anyways, here is No Time.
What did you expect? No time. No time, no time. No time for you. No time, no time at all. I got no time, baby. Got lots of better things to do. No time at all. Running from the rising heat to find a place to hide. The grass is always greener growing on the other side. No time. No time, no time. No time for you. No time, no time at all. I got no time, baby. Got lots of better things to do. Welcome to Georgia Ringo. What's up? No time. No time, no time at all. No time for you. No time, no time at all. I got no time, baby. Got lots of better things to do. No time at all. No time. No time, no time. No time for you. No time, no time at all. I got no time, baby. Got lots of better things to do. No time at all. Try to tell the world somehow of how I feel. Tell me what you said again. I can't believe it's real. No time. No time. I got no time for you. No time, no time at all. Got no time, baby. Got lots of better things to do. No time at all. And you don't seem to make no sense. Never mind it furthermore to play your self-defense. No time. No time, no time. Got no time for you. No time at all. Got no time, baby. Got lots of better things to do. No time. I got no time. I got no time. No time for you. I got no time. Love is understanding. Don't you know that this is true? Love is understanding. It's in everything we do. In this generation, in this loving time, in this generation, we will make the world shine. We were born to love one another. This is something we all need. We were born to love one another. We must be what we're going to be. And what we have to be is free. In this generation, in this loving time, in this generation, we will make the world shine. We were born to love one another. This is something we all need. We were born to love one another. We must be what we're going to be. And what we have to be is free. Love is understanding. We gotta be free. Love is understanding. We gotta be free. In this generation, love is understanding. We gotta be free. We gotta be free. We gotta be free. We gotta be free.
All right, welcome back to Monkee Morning on Radio Depaul. I am your host, Kieran Bell. And if you're just tuning in, Monkee Morning is a special program for Radio Depaul's Rock the Clock. Before our ad read, we heard two more tracks from the Monkees album Headquarters. And moving on, we have what I know is my favorite Monkees album, which is Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, Ltd. Limited. And this is different from Headquarters because they did bring in some session musicians to do some of the stuff. They did bring in some other songwriters, but they still primarily had creative control over this album. But I think it's a really great album. It's so fun, and I wish I could play the whole album for you just because I love it so much. But instead, I picked 5 songs, which is still a lot, but it's a great album, so I'm going to play 5 songs. So the first one I have is Salesman, but it's the alternate mix because the alternate mix has this like little talking part that Mike does, which I think is funny. And then I have Pleasant Valley Sunday, which is such a beautiful song. It's just, I think it's one of the best Monkees songs. I don't think it's my favorite, but I can acknowledge that it's the best, or one of the best. And then I have Cuddly Toy, which is a Davey lead song. I haven't played any Davey lead songs yet, because I am... I'm not going to be mean to Davey. I won't be mean to Davey. But this is a fun song. It's written by Harry Nilsson. It's cute. It's fun. Cuddly Toy. And then I have Daily Nightly, which features the Moog synthesizer, and it's one of the earliest uses of the Moog in in pop music. And I'm a big synthesizer guy. When I'm not listening to the Monkees, a lot of the music that I listen to is synth pop, or just like electronic music. I'm really into new wave. So to hear the Moog in such an early state and in such an early song, that it's just great. I love it. It's kind of pioneering. And then after that, I have Words, which is a Mickey song, and then Peter's on backing vocals. And I gotta support the Peter, because I'm coming out and I'm gonna say it. Peter is my favorite Monkee. Thank you. Anyways, here is the alternate mix of Salesman.
Salesman, where you gonna go sell all of your goods today? Salesman, gonna walk along the street, see friends along the way. A salesman with your wooden cart that you push along while you walk. Hey, salesman, got a little dog whose tail wags when you talk. You always wear a smile, even though you gotta walk 10 miles. Short lifespan, good time salesman. Yep, salesman, money on the street, whether it's hot or cold. It's salesman where you work real hard till every pot is sold. Salesman, as the years go by, people changing every day. Hey, salesman, to the end of time, you'll be living in the same way. You always wear a smile, you love him fast and you live wild. Short lifespan, but ain't life grand. Copper kettles, different kinds of tin. There goes salesman and he's sailing high again. He's sailing so high, he's sailing so high, he's sailing so high, high. Oh, salesman, where you gonna go sell all of your goods today? Yep, salesman, gonna walk along the street, see friends along the way. Hey, salesman, with your wooden cart that you push along while you walk. Hey, salesman, with your secret goods that you push while you talk. You always wear a smile, even though you gotta walk 110 miles. Short lifespan, the whole thing's grand. No, well, I tried the one that you put it in and you have to do it manually, but I like the one that you just plug it in and it does it all by itself.
real long strand and you cut them up. It's easier to do it that way because, well, I like to put all the stuff in there and it keeps flipping out. I can't get the thing to stick together or anything. Trouble with the biker, gotta stick two of them together to even get one out of it. And they always end up looking like lucky strikes. So I guess that's better than it looking like.
Down the street is trying hard to learn their song. Serenade the weekend squire who just came out to mow his lawn. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Charcoal burning everywhere. Rows of houses that are all the same. She's proud today because the roses are in bloom. Mr. Green, he's so serene, he's got a TV in every room. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Here in Status Symbol Land. Mothers complain about how hard life is. The kids just don't understand. Creature comfort goes. They only know my soul and make it hard for me to see. My thoughts all seem to stray to places far away. I need a change of scenery. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Charcoal burning everywhere. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Here in Status Symbol Land. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. You're not the only choo-choo train that was left out in the rain the day after Santa came. You're not the only cherry delight that was left in the night and gave up without a fight. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. You're not the kind of girl to tell your mother
the only choo-choo train that was left out in the rain the day after Santa came. You're not the only charity light that was left in the night and gave up without a fight. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. You're not the kind of girl to tell your mother the kind of company you keep. I never told you that to love no other. You must have dreamed it in your sleep. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. La 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 da da. La 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 da da. La 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 la.
Dark and rolling figures move through prisms of no color. Hand in hand they walk the night, but never know each other. Passion past in neon lights light up the jeweled traveler. Lost in scenes of smoke-filled dreams, find questions but no answers. Startled eyes that sometimes see phantasmagoric splendor. Pirouette down palsy paths with pennies for vendor. Salvation's yours for just the time it takes to pay the dancer. And once again, such anxious men find questions but no answers. The night has gone and taken its infraction. While reddened eyes hope there will be a next one. Sahara signs look down upon a world that glitters glibly, and mountainsides put arms around the unsuspecting city. Second hands that minds are slow are moving even faster toward bringing down someone who's found the questions but no Don't you know every time I see you smiling,
Bad, 'cause when I see you, I start crying.
to stop, but there's no denying.
Love with you, girl, is just like dying.
Don't walk away. How can I make you stay? Don't turn away. I can still hear you saying those words that never were true, spoken to help nobody but you. Words tears, but all I can hear are those words that never were true, spoken to help nobody but you. Words with lies inside, but small enough to hide till your plan was through. I'm standing here, strange voices in my ears. I feel the tears, but all I can hear are those words that never were true, spoken to help nobody but you. Words with lies inside, but small enough to hide till your plan was through. Words that never were true, spoken to help nobody but you. Words with lies inside, but small enough to hide till your plan was through. Words that never were true, just spoken to help nobody but
So, moving on to the next Monkees album, we just heard Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, my favorite Monkees album. And moving on to the next one. Now, The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees came out in 1968, and it's a bit different than Headquarters and Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones. Usually people shorten that one to LTD or Limited because it's easier to say. Anyways, The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees is different because that like glow of Headquarters and Pisces, Aquarius is kind of gone. It's more of like a solo experience for each. Sorry, I like forgot what the word was. It's more of a solo experience for each one of the members, and Peter isn't really on the album actually. I will be playing a track that was supposed to be on the album but got rejected, but Peter wasn't really involved. Everything he tried to contribute was rejected, and it was when Peter, this is a spoiler, I guess, it was when Peter started moving away from the band because he wasn't really involved. And the glow was gone. It's still a really good album, and it did produce a bunch of like really good songs, but it's just not the group effort that the previous two albums were. Still, I like it, and I have 5 songs from it, actually, because it's still a good album. I have Daydream Believer, which was a #1 hit. It's a Davey song, and it's like a quintessential Monkees song. It's very important. And then I have Tapioca Tundra, which is a Mike song, and it's one of more his poetic songs. Very abstract, but a very good song. It's one of my favorites. I know I say that like a lot of the Monkees songs that I'm playing are my favorites, but it's kind of because I picked my favorites to play today. Obviously, because I didn't want to play just the hits, like I said before. And then after Tapioca Tundra, I have P.O. Box 9847, which is a fun one. And then I have Zor and Zam, which is another one of my favorites. But it's a great song. I really love how it builds up, and it's the last song used in a Monkees romp at the end of the last episode of the Monkees. It's the romp song, which another thing is that 1968 was season 2 of the Monkees, and after season 2, the Monkees got canceled, obviously, if you are unaware. And we'll get into what happened after the cancellation of the Monkees next, but the glow of the Monkees was fading. They weren't as big as they were in 66 and 67. They were starting to fade out. Anyways, and then the last track I have was actually not put on the album initially. It was released, I believe, initially it was released in 89 on like a bonus album. And then this version was released in 2011 on the Birds and the Bees deluxe version, which it's Lady's Baby. It's a Peter song. He wrote it about the woman he was living with at the time. It's just a beautiful song. It's like genuinely like top 3 Monkee songs. Lady's Baby is number 2. If you want to hear number 1, you'll have to tune in tomorrow. Just saying. Anyways, this is Daydream Believer, the quintessential Monkee song to me.
7A.
What number is this, Chip?
7A.
Okay, no, I mean, like, don't get excited, man. It's because I'm short, I know.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without dollar one to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
Reason, verse, prose, or rhyme lose themselves in other times, and waiting hopes cast silent spells that speak in clouded blues. It cannot be a part of me, for now it's part of you. Careful plays on fields that seem to vanish when they're in between, and softly as I walk away in freshly tattered shoes. It cannot be a part of me, for now it's part of you. Sunshine, ragtime, blowing in the breeze. Midnight looks right, standing more at ease. Silhouettes and figures staying close to what he had to say, and one more time the faded dream is sad goodbye. It cannot be a part of me, for now it's part of you. Well, sunshine, ragtime, blowing in the breeze. Midnight looks right, standing more at ease. Yet, dream is saddened by the news. It cannot be a part of me, for now it's part of you.
Handsome single young man, well respected in his town, seeks a fine young lady from a similar background. Generous, responsible, successful man of means, socialize with presidents and queens. Reply, P.O. Box 9847, P.O. Box 9847. I've described me very poorly, better try again. Quiet, sincere gentleman, well-rounded and mature, fond of music and the arts, loves the theater, educated, sensitive, a traveler of the world, wants to meet an eligible young girl. Reply, P.O. Box 9847, P.O. Box 9847. I've been writing advertising, that's not really me. Lonely, understanding man, affectionate and true, looking for a girl to share his dreams and make them true. Humble, loving, sensitive, considerate and shy, only sincere ladies need reply. P.O. Box 9847, P.O. Box 9847. I'm not liking what I'm typing, throw it all away.
The king of Sor, he called for a war, and the king of Sam, he answered. They fashioned their weapons one upon one, ton upon ton, they called for war at the rise of the sun. Out went the call to one and to all, that echoed and rolled like the thunder. Trumpets and drums, roar upon roar, roar upon roar, rolling the call of come now to war. Throughout the night they fashioned their might, with right on the side of the mighty. They puzzle their minds, plan upon plan, man upon man, and at dying of dawn, the great war began. They met on the battlefield, banner in hand. They looked out across the vacant land.
Tension puts you in the ground. Ladies, baby, pulls my hair, lets me know he's really there. Baby's mother touches me, and at last I really see running never was much fun. All it did was bring me down. Chasing round isn't where it's at. Tension puts you in the ground. Ladies, baby, lets me know life was meant for moving slow. Baby's mother knows this too. Lady, I love you.
All right, welcome back to Monkey Morning for Rock the Clock. I am your host, Kieran Bell, and we just explored the Monkees album, The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees. And gosh, sorry to go on about Lady's Baby again, but it's just such a beautiful song, and it's a tragedy that they didn't put it on the album. Like, we have it now, but it's a tragedy that it didn't get released with the album initially. Anyways, we're moving on to Head. So, there's a lot to talk about with Head, and I'm going to try and sum this up in a coherent and short way, but it's a lot. So, Head is, Mike Nesmith once described it as the Monkees' swan song. So, it's, the Monkees TV show had been canceled, but they had a movie deal. But the show was canceled. They were growing tired of it, just in general, but there was nothing holding them back now. So they partnered with Jack Nicholson, and they wrote Head. And Head is sort of experimental, but it explores the Monkees' image in pop culture and how they felt about it, and like the media. Jack Nicholson is listed as the main writer. The Monkees didn't get writing credit, but they did write it. Like, obviously, they're very involved in it, and them not getting writing credit is a whole drama. They went on strike a lot. But the film is very existentialist. It's a big jump from the show because it's experimental. It's not like a kid's show. It's not silly. I actually wrote an essay on it for my film philosophy class. It wasn't a very good essay, but it was an essay. It's a niche movie if you think about it. Anyways, I don't think I have time to get into like all the symbolism and the themes in it, and I really wish I could, but I highly recommend it if you're a Monkees fan, or if you're into like psychedelic cinema or experimental cinema, or like 60s pop culture, or just if you liked what you heard today. Take this Monkees knowledge and go watch Head and analyze it and think about the fact that the Monkees were being tortured in some ways. It's a lot. And like I said, I could talk about it for hours. Like, there's so much going on, but just in general, it's about their image. So Head, the songs I'm going to play for you are the music that was in the film and the soundtrack that accompanied it. Obviously, it's a film with the Monkees, so it's going to have their music in it. So the first one I have is Circle Sky, and it's a Mike song. And the sequence that accompanies this is kind of crazy. It ends with them getting torn apart by fans at a concert. Fake, obviously, but it's great. It's a really good song. It's another song that's like kind of garage rock compared to the rest of their stuff. And then after that, I have Daddy's Song, which is a dance sequence in the film with Davy Jones, and it's just so like the only way I can describe it is like beautiful, which I know might be not the right word for it, but to me it is, because it's just got like this wonderful editing, and Davy Jones like busts it out Broadway style. Like he shows up, he goes in on that dance. It's great. And it was actually written by Harry Nilsson. It's when you think about the song, it's a little sad, but it's a great song, great dance. Again, you got to see it to believe it. You got to watch Head. And then I have the closing song for Head, which is a Peter song, and it's Do I Have to Do This All Over Again? It was written by Peter, it was sung by Peter, and it's kind of symbolizing the like cyclical nature of the film, because that is one of the big things, that they're stuck. So again, I really, really encourage you to watch Head. I could go on about it forever and ever and ever and ever, but I won't. So here is Circle Sky.
He would run to comfort me, and the pain would go away. Years ago I knew a boy. He was his daddy's pride and joy. But when the daddy went away, it was such a rainy day that he brought out all his sons. How the mama did explain, trying to take away the pain. But he just couldn't understand that his father was not a man, and it all was just a game.
by, making it hard for me to cry. And if and when I have a son, let it all be said and done. Let the sadness pass him by. Years ago I knew a man. He was my mother's biggest fan. We used to walk beside the sea, and he told me how life would be when I grew up to be a man. Years ago we used to play. He used to laugh when I ran away. But when I fell and hurt my knee, he would run to comfort me, and the pain would go away.
Do I have to do this all over again? Didn't I do it right first time? Do I have to do this all over again? How many times do I have to make this climb? Didn't I? Didn't I? Can I see my way to know what's really real? They say time can fix things by itself. I know life's more than just some kind of deal. Yeah, but won't you tell me when my soul comes off the shelf? Didn't I? Didn't I? Oh, didn't I? Do I have to do this all over again? Didn't I do it right the first time? Do I have to do this all over again? Oh, how many times do I have to make this climb? Didn't I? Oh, didn't I? Oh, didn't I? Didn't I? Oh, didn't I?
All right, welcome back to Monkey Mornings on Radio Depaul. Again, this is a special program for Rock the Clock. And if you want to donate to Lurie Children's Hospital, you can go on our website and click on the banner and donate to our charity. Okay, so we just covered Head. And the next album I'm going to have to provide a little more context for, and I have some bad news. Peter has left the Monkees officially. Well, okay. After Head, Head flopped. It didn't really work out because their audience was mostly kids, and this is an experimental film. Like, it was going to flop. It's a beautiful movie, but if you're a 14-year-old girl, you're not going to get it. Sorry. Anyways, so it flopped, but the studio wanted to capitalize on that. They wanted to try and go with this self-aware type theme. And they did this TV special called 33 and a Third Revolutions per Monkee. And that also flopped even worse. And it's like notorious among Monkees fans because it's kind of like the Monkees hated it. They hated it. And most Monkees fans hate it because it's like watching the Monkees get tortured live on TV. Because it's not fun. It doesn't revolve around them in the right way. It doesn't hit the way Head does. Anyways, Peter has left the band. Peter Tork has left the building. So this next album is just the trio. It's just Mike, Mickey, and Davey. And this is another situation where they kind of separated. Like, they really just did their own thing, especially Mike. Mike was not having any of this, like, working with the other people stuff, which, like, respect to him. Got to do what you got to do. So this doesn't have, like, the sense of belonging. It's still a really good album. I really love this album, Instant Replay. But I don't think it's, like, the way Headquarters and Pisces Aquarius all once were. And that's a lot of that is because Peter left. But I can't get into that. It'll take me too long. Like I said, I have a lot of thoughts on Peter Tork, but if I talk about it for too long, I won't be able to play any of the music, and there's still a significant amount of stuff I want to show you before we're done here. So I have 3 songs, one from each guy. The first one I have is Someday Man. It's a Davey song. It was written by Paul Williams, if any of you are familiar with him. Personally, I am a big fan of Phantom of the Paradise, so I love a Paul Williams moment. Davey, again, busts out some Broadway stuff for it. Oh, if you're not familiar with Davy Jones, he was a Broadway star before he was a Monkee. And then after that, I have I Won't Be the Same Without Her, which is a Mike song. And then I have Shorty Blackwell, which, like I said, top 3 Monkee songs. Shorty Blackwell is number 3 for me. It's awesome. It's like Mickey went crazy in the studio and wrote a song about his cat. And it's awesome. It's great. It's so fun. Anyways, here is Someday Man.
Some people always complain that their life is too short, so they hurry it along. Their worries drive them insane, but they still go along for the ride.
when she left. Something inside of me died, and I won't be the same without her. No, I won't be the same without her by my side. There's no end to my sorrow. I'm afraid to face tomorrow. When she left, she took much more than my pride, and I won't be the same without her. No, I won't be the same without her by my side. It isn't easy to forget her and the way it used to be. She changed my life the day I met her, and I won't be the same without her. No, I won't be the same without her. Close to me. Life is hard for me to touch now. I just don't enjoy it as much now. When she left, something inside of me died, and I won't be the same without her. No, I won't be the same without her by my side.
Shorty Blackwell, Shorty Blackwell, be friends with me, be friends with me. Shorty Blackwell, Shorty Blackwell, be friends with me, be friends with me. I'm feeling very bad today. Another cat came in to stay. He's eating all my food. He's speaking very crude. He's gonna change the mood. I'm feeling very bad today. A red balloon got in my way. It followed me around but never touched the ground. What can I say? Built a house upon a hill. Ask him if he's happy and then give him a pill. He's going mad. He bought another car today. Ask him if he's happy, then turn
All right, welcome back to Monkee Morning on Radio Depaul. I am Kieran, and you just heard 3 tracks from the Monkees' 1969 album Instant Replay. So, the next album, the Monkees present, is also a similar situation to Instant Replay, where they came in, they did their own stuff, and then they left. And it is also what some would consider the last Monkees album. I think I would consider it the last Monkees album, because after this, Mike left. There is another album after the Monkees present, which is Changes, but it's just Mickey and Davey, so it's not really a Monkees album. It's under the Monkees, but it's just Mickey and Davey finishing out the contract. But going on to the Monkees present, I have 3 songs. I have Listen to the Band, which is a Mike song. It's a really great song, and it's something that Mike recorded multiple times later on in his solo career, so it's a pretty important song, at least to him. And then after that, I have a Davey song, Looking for the Good Times. It's fun, it's cute. And then I have another favorite of mine, Mommy and Daddy, but this is the alternate version of it. So the story behind this song is, so Mickey Dolenz is part Native American, and there was a group of protesters on the West Coast in the 60s, Native American protesters who were protesting for fishing rights. And they all got arrested, and Mickey Dolenz ended up bailing them out of jail. But he was really pissed off about the situation, not them, like the situation of them being arrested, obviously. So he wrote this song just about the state of the world. And the one that was released was a little more censored, so I'm going to play the alternate version, which is a little crazier, a little more candid about the issues. And then to finish off the night, or the morning, sorry, I usually do a show at night, so getting a little confused. Finish off the morning, I have Oh My, which is from Changes, the last Monkees album, Monkees in air quotes. And to be honest, Oh My is the only song I like off Changes. I find the rest of the album a little bland. I'm so sorry, Mickey and Davey, but yeah. But it also has a really silly music video that's kind of just like Mickey and Davey riding horses. So if you want to check that out, it's funny. Anyways, this is Listen to the Band.
Mercy woman plays a song and no one listens. I need help, I'm falling again. Play the drum a little louder, tell me I can live without her if I only listen to the band. Listen to the band. Weren't they good? They made me happy. I think I can make it alone. Hey, Mercy woman plays a song and no one listens. I need help, I'm falling again. Play the drum a little louder, tell them they can live without her if they only listen to the band. Listen to the band. Now weren't they good? They made me happy. I think I can make it alone. Oh, woman plays a song and no one listens. I need help, I'm falling again. Play the drums a little bit louder, tell us we can live without her now that we have listened to the band.
listen to the band.
Looking for the good times, baby. Gotta have my fun. Looking for the good times, baby. Girl, you can come along with me. Whoa, you're gonna see. Oh, just how fine this big old world can be. Looking for the good times, baby. Gonna have a fun. Looking for the good times, baby. Girl, you can share it all. There's more to life than you've been living, girl. You can share it all. There's things to do that you ain't thought of yet. You can share it all. So let me be the one to do the giving, girl. You can share it all. You find the things you thought you couldn't get. Looking for the good times, baby. Gotta have my fun. Looking for the good times, baby. Girl, you can come along with me. With me. Looking for the good times, baby. Gonna have a fun. Looking for the good times, baby. Girl, you can share it all. Share it
Ask your mommy and daddy what happened to the Indian. Ask your mommy and daddy to tell you where you really came from. Your mommy and daddy will probably quickly turn and walk away. Then ask your mommy and daddy who really killed JFK. Walk ta take a ta toot toot. 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 Walk ta take a ta. Ask your mommy if she really gets off on all her pills. Ask your daddy why doesn't that soldier care who he kills after they've put you to sleep and tucked you safely down in your bed. Whisper, mommy and daddy, would it matter if the bullet went through my head? It was my
much to discover. To uncover it, it's gonna take a while. My, I could love you forever. My, I only wish that I could. My, I could love you forever. Oh, my, girl, you feel so good. I think of us together. It takes my breath away. Up to the sky I go flying. Oh, my is all I can say. Much to discover. To uncover it, it's gonna take a while.
All right. Welcome back to Monkey Morning. That is actually all I have for today. I will be doing another Monkey show tomorrow morning at 7. Okay, so it'll be less structure, more just me showing you some other Monkey stuff. And also tonight at midnight, I'll be doing my usual show, Music to be Murdered By, if you care to tune into that. But thank you so much for listening. So again, this was a special program for Rock the Clock, which is sponsored by Bacino's Pizza. And if you want to donate to our cause, you can go to radiodepaul.com and click the banner and donate to Lurie Children's Hospital.